All right, so here we go. Assalamu alaikum. This is actually a practice on the sukoon, and it's pretty easy. It's not hard. And what we're doing is we're making that connection. So maghfiratin, makhmasatun, makhmasatun, makhmasatun. معذرة معذرة معدودة معدودة مقطوعة 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 مبثوث مبثوثة مبثوثة سمعنا سمعنا سمعا سمعا وعرضنا وعرضنا لو نعلم لو نعلم لو نعلم ونعم أجر ونعم أجر ونعم أجر وقد خلت أم حسبتم أم حسبتم نؤته منها نؤته منها وبئس مثوى وبئس مثوى من حولك من حولك رجعتم إليهم رجعتم إليهم من أموالهم من أموالهم ومن خلفه, and this little he just means you're going to make it into a he. ومن خلفه بأفواههم بأفواههم أولادكم أولادكم. This is a tricky one. لإخوانهم نملي لهم نملي لهم وإن خفتم ولكم نصف يعتذرون إليكم ملكت أيمانكم ملكت أيمانكم ملكت أيمانكم. Now write this one. This is actually a whole lesson in where the yeah, when does it become with the sound of ay and ow? Ay, ow, bay, bow. When do I know if the yeah is a sound or an e sound? If the yeah has a fatha, a sukoon on it, and a fatha before it, it's an a, bay. If the waw has a fatha before it, then when it has a sukoon, then it's going to be an ow, bay, bow, day, thou, thay, thou, jay, jow, hay, how, khay, how, day, thou, they, ذو ري رو زي زو سي سو شي شو صي صو ضي ضو طي طو ضي ضو عي عو غي غو في فو قي قو كي كو لي لو مي مو ني نو وي وو hey how yay yo. Now with the practice on the same thing, you're just making the a sound. A lun bay ton day sun jay shun hay dun hay lun day nun they lun ray bun زي غن سي فن شي أن صي دن ضي فن طي رن عي نن غي بن في أن قي دن كي دن لي ثن مي تن ني لن وي حن with the واو أو بن بو نن تو قن ثو بن جو فن حو لن خوف دو رن ذو قن روح زود سوط شوط. This is on, this is an or un. شوطا ضوء أن طو عن عودا غول فوج قولا كونا لونا موجا ابني هيهات. This is just a different practice in where you're actually doing what is called hamzat wasl or hamzat qata'. Hamzat qata' sounds like an a. Hamzat wasl, on the other hand, you're pretty much jumping from the previous letter to the following letter. Look at the difference. Fa'arid versus fa fa'bud. The difference again. Fa'a versus fa. The a sound is clearly heard. Fa'arid. Fa'bud. Fa'bud. وأسمع وأسمع واستمع. I'm clearly making this one silent. واستمع. فأرسل فأرسل فرجعي فأخرج فأخرج فاخرج فأصبح فاصفح فأشهدوا فاشهدوا فأشهدوا فاشهدوا. The way we connect, again, the previous letter with the following letter. وعبد واضمم فاجنح فارتقب versus وأبقى وأبكى قا وأبكى بالبيت بالعهد Now, for this, all you need to do is just remember third letter most of the times, unless it is an irregular verb in its root, then we would actually give it a different rule. The general rule is if the third letter has an dhamma on it, the sound u, then this would start with an u. If we would start with it, udkhuli, udhkur, because the third letter has a dhamma. Ushdud, ushdud, u'budu, uqnuti, u'budu, umkuthu, usluk. Notice how we read all of these ooh, ooh, ooh. And the reason why is because the root of the verb in the past tense is actually a regular verb. Regular verb means that it does not have a vowel letter. A vowel letter are basically the a and the u and the e. Now here, the third letter does not have a dhamma, does not have an u. Therefore, it has an e or an a. So what does this sound like? I, اجعل, اهبط, اهتزت, انتظروا. In this one, imshu. Wait a minute. I thought you said that if the third letter is actually a dhamma, just like here, that this would actually sound like an e. Well, this, the past tense of it, is actually an irregular verb, mesha, where the last letter is actually a vowel. So it actually is an irregular conjugation. So imshu, اقضوا, ابنوا, اعملوا, التقيتم. So how do I know if this is an irregular verb or a regular verb? Well, the easiest way is to really remember these words. Remember, there are only 6,236 ayahs. So if you could just remember those irregular words, they're probably not going to be more than 12 or 13 words. So just remember them. اثنان, اثنان, اثنتين, ابني, ابنة, ابني, ابنتي, امرؤ, امرأة, امرئ, اسم, وابعث, والجبال, باسم, فانصرنا. Now, the easiest way to remember them, the very easy way is if the third letter, 1, 2, 3, if the third letter had a fatha or a kasra, which is at the bottom right here, then you're going to make this sound like an i. Ib'ath, ibnaka, اذهب, اقتحم, احتمل, اعتمر, استمع, اقترب, استكبر, استحوذ, استخلف, استيأس, اصرف, ارجع, ارجع, اصبر, اصبر, اغفر, اغفر, افتراء, اطمس, اعدلوا, اهدنا. Third letter has an u, dhamma. احكم, اسكن, اذكر, اركض, اسلك, اشدد, اخرج, ادعو, اعبدوا, اقعدوا, اقنتي, اغدوا. Inshallah, we'll finish next time with this lesson.